Lurching point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And look at this, right away a loose football.
And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. First carry for Rashad White.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
A gain of 7 yards.
Throwing now, Ward.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. Here come the Saints for their opening drive. As we get a peek at their dynamic signal caller hailing from Mississippi State, it's Dak Prescott.
It's been a lot of fun watching him advance in his career. Many people question his ability to throw the football coming out of Mississippi State. He's conclusively answered that question. In addition, a very strong runner and an even better leader.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Play action now. Prescott
to the right side and caught by Dell.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 17 yards. That's good for a Saints first down.
Well, they'll fake the jet sweep, and now off play action, it's Prescott.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10, as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Dak on the option left. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
The Saints are 2-4 here in the first half of the year. And they were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape preparing for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Trey Harris,
his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Saints are on the board first here this afternoon.
Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive.
coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
They need 2. Here's third down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Out of the gun, Ward. He's going deep for Brown. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
The Saints offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. As we take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns, he is right up there amongst the best in the NFL.
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
At the 31-yard line.
Here's Prescott.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here's Prescott. He gets it complete to Harris. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll throw again. Prescott. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon.
And he is going to have the Saints first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
That's good for a Saints. First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's Harris. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. After the penalty, it's Mixon. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Brings up 2nd down.
Now Prescott.
Caught left side. Here's Dell.
A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Prescott.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Sets up 4th down.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away.
And deep to return it is Marcus Jones.
And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
The Carolina offense about ready to go. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
And the Panthers, first down. 24-yard gain on the play. First down, Panthers.
Here's Ward. He'll take a shot for the end zone. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Puka Nacua, 46 yards. And the Panthers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Mix it up the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
It's a gain of 2. That's good for the Saints. First down. First and 10.
These two teams all tied after one. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a first and 10. Running left, it's Mixon. Powers through it. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
A gain of 19 yards. That's another Saints first down. First and 10 at the 25.
Back to Mixon on first down. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. The defense is saying, okay, now that's more like it.
Yeah, we hear from coaches all the time how they preach a next play mentality. Doesn't matter whether the previous one was good or bad, you move on to the next one. But we just saw evidence of that happening right there.
There's a fake on the jet sweep and a run up the middle with Mixon. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to make it fourth down.
Brandon, a good idea there on third down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stopped it well short.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on a field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Carolina getting set to take the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They go right back to White here on first down.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 42-yard line.
To throw, here's Ward.
Now they go screen. It's complete.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll send Brown in motion right.
Ward from the gun on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Panthers first down. It's a gain of 6. First down, Carolina.
Now a give up the middle. This is White. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They stay on the ground with White. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
10 yards. And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Ward. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
First down, Panthers.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
From the 35, here's a 2nd down and 9.
At the Saints' 35-yard line.
They will run with White out of the shotgun. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. 1 yard and now no yards. Have them looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Working out of the gun here, Ward.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will knot us up at 10. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their history. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Looking to put a drive together.
They'll hand it off here. This is Mixon.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
He was taken down behind the line
A
of
loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
At the 28-yard line.
One of the Jets sweep as Prescott backs it forward. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line.
Now Prescott.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
It's a gain of 11. And the Saints first down. 1st and 10.
first and 10.
And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
On the draw, it's Gibson.
And he'll get this out to about the 40. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Brings up 2nd down.
To throw is Prescott.
Throw over the middle. He's taken in by Dell.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Now Ward. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
Normally we think about big swings and scores before a half. We think offense, but this time their defense made the play. Instant pressure off the snap, and they weren't going to let him find a way to escape.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Prescott. Complete. Jefferson the target. 2nd down and 6 now.
Justin Jefferson. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Prescott now.
This goes out wide from Nixon. They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up
Prescott to throw it.
3.
Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
For a Saints first down.
Throwing. Prescott.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
A handoff running left, Mixon.
A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
As they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
And this one incomplete, threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Incomplete.
Now a 2nd
Brings
and
up
10.
2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They go with the option on fourth down, left side. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And a design QB run in that spot, maybe trying to catch the defense off guard a bit. It didn't work, though.
Again, we're seeing that college influence come into the NFL. Quarterback run game on fourth down. We didn't see that very much in the previous years in the NFL.
No, seeing it more. Saw it there. Did not work out. Turnover on downs.
A 7-yard pickup.
Throwing now, Ward.
At the 37-yard line.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Ward, a final shot before break. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And it's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome into the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you on an abridged halftime report. Good competitive first half. This game kind of has a punch-counterpunch feel to it, as reflected on the scoreboard. Tight game going into the second half. Can either team pull away? To find out, let's go back to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half as we are about to get underway. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here are the Saints to take over. They were winners last week in that game against Kansas City, and they are on top right now as well. They've got it 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. On play action, Prescott. The short throw there pulled in by all. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line.
Here's Prescott. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
That's good for a Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A first carry now. This is Williams. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Prescott from the gun.
He'll try and do this himself.
And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the first down marker. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
The Saints' decision to go for it backfires, and the Panthers will get the football back. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done, so I think going for it there was the right call.
First and 10.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
That's another Panthers first down.
Sure didn't take this offense long to get within striking distance of the end zone. 2 plays.
Feel the energy? You can just feel it, can't you? Because they are creating it on offense, the way they're running the football. Now they've swept into the red zone. Momentum all on their side.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Second and goal at the 7-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there.
His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
17. Saints 12.
A drive there of just 4 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35.
Looking to put a drive together. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he stopped immediately there.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A gain of 2.
Here's Prescott.
3rd and 7.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here's Jones.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return.
And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
Possession of the football goes over to Carolina.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
First down. A gain of 14. And a Panther first down.
First down, here's White. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6.
Now 2nd and 6 at the Saints 46-yard line.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Throwing is Ward. Pass complete there to McCool.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 30.
That's good for a Panthers first down.
They'll try the right side here with White. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw is Ward.
Throwing right, and that's complete.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Makes it 3rd and 3.
Ward. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal, Carolina.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Well, they'll fake it on the jet sweep, but instead a handoff up the middle.
He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Right, a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line.
They call it a loss of a yard there. And now we've got a third and goal situation.
To throw, here's Ward.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Holding. Offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back?
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers.
Jimmy Horn Jr.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Panthers are able to widen their advantage.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
It's a gain of 27 yards. And the Saints.
Prescott now from the 50.
That's complete to Dell.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
On the pickup. It's second and inches at the 40-yard line.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And this will be incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
And less than a yard.
On the sneak, it's Prescott.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for a Saints first down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Mixon with a first down carry.
And a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 70 yards rushing here from Mixon. He's got a first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Now Prescott. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. Will go down as a gain of 6. And it'll be second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun now on third down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that lead is back down to 9 now. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. From the gun, he'll hand this over. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And this is exactly what you're looking to do offensively. If you can start stringing some runs together like this, you'll keep churning out first downs, and that's going to put you in a great position to carry this one home.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 35-yard line.
They run straight ahead here with White. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, third and 1.
At the 33-yard line. A 2-yard pickup brings up.
It's a quarterback sneak. And he is going to have the Panthers first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on third and 1.
First down.
They'll go up the middle with White. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. Here's Ward. Now, quick throw there is incomplete. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's third and 7.
It's third down.
Ward now working out of the gun. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing.
And this is picked up by the Saints. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Partner, that would look like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th.
The Saints again ready to go on offense. They trail by 2 scores in the 4th, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. And time to see what this offense has left in the tank.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And blocked down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An option handoff here to Mixon. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. This looks like a free play for Prescott.
Throw right side, taken in by Gibson.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3.
A give up the middle to Gibson. And this will wind up a Saints 1st down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
A gain of 6.
Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right, they did pick up the 1st down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
At the 37-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st. Just a gain of 1 there.
3rd down and 10.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
It looks like, yes, it is 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
They're going with a dime set. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see them go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's brought down.
A gain of 19 yards. That's another Saints 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
To throw is Prescott. It's brought in by Harris.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up
Gibson here running out of the gun.
And he gets it down to the 32.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who is shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
At the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Panthers' 27-yard line.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Now Prescott. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. A big play looming on 3rd down.
By Marcus Jones.
Here's Prescott. A short throw there, pulled in by all. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first.
A gain of 9. It's 4th down.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none.
Yes, exactly right.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided.
Holding. Offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They go with White on the counter. Little power on the move that time, but still tackled shy of the 20.
And we'll pause here for an injury. I believe that's a running back. Yeah, that's Rashad White, who's shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Now it looks like he'll throw here. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
1st down, Carolina.
The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation.
But Charles, we were treated to an excellent game today, capped off by that second-half comeback. This was a joy to watch.
Entertaining for us. Not so much to the team who led at halftime and now is leaving here, knowing that they let a win slip through their fingers. Tough one for them to carry home.
So for the Panthers, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here.
And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside.
And off we go from Denver. Nifty move. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
So here's the Charger offense making their way out.
They'll be led out by the 7th overall pick in 2018 from Wyoming. It's Josh Allen.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both, and at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Well, CD, you see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and these guys, they've been hearing the mantra next man up since their Friday night light games in high school. It's 3 simple words, but they're absolutely perfect to use, and everyone has adopted them. Next guy up, do your best.
And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
Cole now on to punt, and he sends this one away. Wester on the return.
A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
Now they'll be led out by their quarterback, a former Pac-12 Offensive Player of the Year from the University of Washington. It's Jake Browning.
The secret to his game and his success, incredible chemistry with each and every one of the guys he catches passes with him. And not only does he ask them to stay after practice or meet it before practice, he actually demands it because he knows if they have that kind of chemistry built up, they're going to be hard to beat each and every ball game.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31.
To throw, Browning.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
Broncos, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Here's Browning. Now he'll tuck this and run. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Pacheco.
And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Stevenson will take it in. Touchdown, Denver. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end, then come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt, turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
Chargers, nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Chargers offense and Derrick Henry set to take over once more. We show you the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns. You can see where he's right up there amongst the league's best at finding the end zone. The Charger drive about to get going. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
He'll try to pick it up himself. And he'll push his way through. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Here's Allen. That was short one to Gesicki. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. After the penalty, it's Henry. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
Oh, boy, Derrick Henry shaken up after that last play and in some discomfort down there.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Had a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Pulled in at the 24. Called out a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is, and if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes, because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
That one complete to McConkey.
The Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 9.
Now Browning.
He'll try and do this himself. And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
Shifts by him.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Now Allen. Now a short one to Gesicki. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that would be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Fielded just inside the 20. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And they will take over 1st and 10. Denver's offense now set to go. Sitting at first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and the 11.
Back to throw. Browner. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. A 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
First down, Chargers.
Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
In motion right, that's Wilson. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Now Allen. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 16.
And the Chargers first down.
Allen now looks to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. 4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. 2nd down and 4. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, it was 2nd and goal. You're in there close. That's the fullback's comfort zone.
Not only is it his comfort zone, it's an expectation. That's what he's supposed to do. Turn and hand it to him. Big guys fire out. Find your way into the end zone.
Aubrey good with a PAT.
And we are tied at 7. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Broncos offense and their running back Isaiah Pacheco getting set for this next possession. And he's made his presence felt in the passing game throughout the season. You look at the NFL's leader in receiving yards by a running back. His name right there at the top. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down and about the length of the football. They'll go with a keeper.
And he will have the Broncos first down, at least at first glance, as they spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Here now 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
Now they'll give it to the first option. That's their fullback. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The Broncos at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they come in riding high. Just 1 loss in their last 7 games.
And I like the way that this team is winning football games because they're doing it the way that coaches love to preach. Penalties at a minimum because they've been very disciplined, very focused in their business.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 35. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. And you get the sense, as I'm sure they got this sense, they might have picked up a good one here, maybe a little diamond in the rough via trade.
Maybe just need a change in scenery, a new city, maybe different motivation, but they believe they've got a good one.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. It's something we're seeing more of with the rise of the run-pass option. A legal man downfield, and that's going to back him up.
Now a toss left for Pacheco.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 17 at the Chargers' 42-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
That's to Bash over the middle.
Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
There defensively.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Possession switching back now to the Chargers.
Looking to put a drive together.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll get this to the 32.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz it? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. Draw play. Here's the fullback. It's Juszczyk. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. He has enough for the first down on the keeper, a gain of 6.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
1 yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A.
First down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Up the middle they go. It's Baker. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
And now they'll throw with Allen. Allen going to run with it. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Josh Allen with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chargers have moved out in front.
Nothing like understanding where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
Well, the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead is now 14-10.
Broncos 10.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
At the 26-yard line.
On second and 12, Browning checking this down to Stevenson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. From the gun on third down, Browning. Over the middle, it's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Looking to throw, Browning. That's taken in by Golden. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From just shy of midfield, Browning. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
The Charger drive about to get going. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen.
He'll get this one complete to Atwell.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. From midfield, here's Allen. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Throwing now is Allen.
This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it. But 3rd down coming up. He'll try to pick it up himself.
And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 28. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will do it for this first half.
So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Broncos offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as we check out the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns coming into the weekend, see a familiar name there near the top of the leaderboard, currently 2nd in that category.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big 2nd half.
From the gun on 3rd down, Browning. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Chargers to take over. And they've got the lead right now here, trying to erase the memory of the loss last week to the Raiders. They begin the drive with Robinson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who is shaken up.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Again, it's Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. Allen going to throw.
Open man is Atwell, complete.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
So they decline the holding penalty and will take the down instead, as that leads us to 4th.
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And this will be taken at the 13. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return.
The Broncos are about set to go on offense.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Only able to gain a couple there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 44-yard line.
A handoff now for Pacheco. And a lane slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
From the gun on 3rd down. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Broncos first down.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Chargers' 43-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Stevenson.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5.
Back to throw. Browning. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 31-yard line. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
And right side, they're going to go option here. They'll get it to the 23-yard line.
From the 23, this is 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Pacheco headed right.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Straight ahead, it's Stevenson.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Another Broncos first down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This is caught. They'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
To number 89. Pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
How about this? They'll try the option left side, and holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jake Browning, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos are an extra point away from evening this one up.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
(17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. So out come the Chargers. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 62 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs. And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And he'll be down close to the 1st down marker as he gets this to the Broncos' 35. 3rd down and 1. Here's Allen to throw it. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Chargers 1st down. A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Chargers.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. From the 24 now, here's the 2nd and 9. Slot man moves right. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Out route to Hill, complete. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
Allen. Able to get away. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Robinson. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Brian Robinson Jr., his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Aubrey now for the point after. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run for Brian Robinson. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Sheds off the tackle. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
He's brought down at the 31. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Out of the gun, they give it to Stevenson.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Broncos, first down.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. 2nd down and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at their 48-yard line.
Again, it's Stevenson.
Oh, what a juke into space. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
73 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
So all the way down close to the goal line. Good blocking up front. Helped to spring him.
When this drive is over, he's got to get to the bench and sing kumbaya with the offensive line, doesn't he? Big-time openings for him. Gets him all the way down to the 2-yard line. Let's see if they can pound it in.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
4-yard line.
To throw, Browning. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
Here's Browning.
He's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
Nick Scorton in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front and getting to him. Other times you had extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Chargers offense and running back Brian Robinson getting set for this next drive.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, it's still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Give them 12 yards there. The Chargers have a 1st down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. This offense so far on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Allen. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. So the Broncos coming out now. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This is 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 21-yard line.
Looking to throw. Browner.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Cole Bishop on the coverage.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Browner. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Now Hill to return it.
8 yards on the return following a punt of 41.
The Chargers ready to take over.
Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead. A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's Allen.
And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Chargers first down. It's a gain of 17 yards.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Allen again.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
In motion, the tight end. Now Allen. Now a short one to Gesicki. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson.
And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
So a big one coming here for Brandon Aubrey.
This will get the lead up to 7. And his kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
So the Broncos now down by 7, just over 2 minutes to go. Their 5-game winning streak hanging in the balance here.
Now Browning. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco.
We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Over the middle and caught by McConkey. They'll come to the line. This is 3rd and 3.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Broncos, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Back to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Chargers have just about sewn up this football game.
Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown out a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And it's never easy to come into Denver to win. You think all you have to deal with the altitude, but they got the job done.
Well, there's a reason Olympic athletes train nearby. All right, they've got a terrific training center in Colorado Springs. You train at the altitude, the lungs expand, you go down to the regular. Oh, my goodness, they can go all day. And in fact, a lot of visiting teams, when you visit Denver, you know what's printed in your locker room? Welcome to the Mile High City. The air is rare. They get in your head that way.
So for Los Angeles,
the victory means they'll up their mark to 5-3 on the year. And they will be at home for one next week against the